Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Luna the Programmer, and we're back for another Dokkan battle video. This is actually my second time trying to record this because OBS informed me that my computer was basically dying. So I was wondering if the video footage came out okay, and then I realized it did come out okay, so I stopped recording in the middle of it for no reason. Anyways, GT Trio EZAs, and like I said in the previous version of this video that you will never see, it ain't all that. It's not all that. So we got the homie Goresh pulled up because his translations are always the best, even if they are not, rarely if ever, the quickest set of translations. And then we'll take a quick read through the comments here, and then we'll take a look at linking partners. There's also been information on a Prime Battle LR, new Tien from the Saiyan Saga, but I think he'll get his own video, so I won't mention him much here, aside from the fact that he does exist. Anyways, so Dragon Ball Seekers now get that 4 key and the delicious 177% lead. So that's something, you know. Super N-type 4 key and 120% to stats. So the lead is actually pretty good. You know, you probably want to run them now on your Dragon Ball Seekers team. That's assuming you run them at all. So they get 77% defense at the start of turn. Automatic L. No. That's no. It's not going to be good enough for, slot 2 unit. Am I right, boys? Slot 2 unit, slot 3 unit. Okay, I'm getting kind of bored of the slot 2 and 3 units. Can we get a host of good slot 1 units? Like, we have LR Golden Frieza, we have LR Father Son Gun, right? Those are all good slot 1 units that came out recently. But I wish we had a little bit more. EZA LR Goku Black, if you want to count EZAs, right? Good slot 1 unit because they guard for the first 3 turns. 77% defense, then an additional 7. So you can see the 7 is going to be a trend for a lot of the passive here. So 177 on the lead, 77 turn stars, 77 when performing super attack. Is this LR Goku and Frieza that I'm reading here? Then additional, actually, this is almost exactly LR Goku. So they have this, they have additional when performing a super, then additional when performing an ultra super. So that part is almost LR Goku and Frieza 2.0. Then this next part is 1 key and 7% per Dragon Ball Seekers or GT Heroes category ally on the team, whichever category is more represented, which is extremely bad. Well, it's not extremely bad, I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying that I don't necessarily like this design choice here. It's or, it's not and, it's or, and it only counts whichever category is more representative. So if you happen to have, let's say, 4 Dragon Ball Seekers, you get your 28% attack. Instead of running 4 Dragon Ball Seekers, 3 GT Heroes, and getting 35% attack, you get your 28. You get your 40. 7 times 7 is 49. Not 35. What am I talking about? So you get your 28% attack in my example instead of your 49%, which is kind of cringe, but whatever. Then an additional 3 key and a high chance to perform a critical hit if all other allies attacking in the same turn are on the Dragon Ball Seekers or GT Heroes category. Now, I have this unit at flat dupe, so unfortunately L. I also have them at SA8 because, let's face it, pre-EZA, they are unrunnable in anywhere except the Dokkan event. And if you're going to be starting, they're runnable in a Dokkan event, just bring an actual good unit at that point. Because a unit that is good in Red Zone is also going to be good in a Dokkan event. You know what I'm saying? Super attack effect, I do love, though. 33% only for a turn, which is unfortunate. I wish it was for 3 turns, but that might have been a bit of OP. But they also seal on the 12 key. On the 18 key, they raise defense by 33%, because remember, they get 77% when performing an Ultra, so I guess they figured they didn't need a 33% attack there. So they just get the percent defense. This one, however, is a 3-turn raise, causes Mega Colossal, of course, and lowers attack and defense. Lowering defense doesn't matter, but lowering attack is nice. Raising defense for 3 turns is also nice. So only 70% defense at the start of turn is definitely an L. Meant to be ran slot 2. Exactly, that is the thing. right? These guys are clearly meant to be run on slot 2 next to Pan, right? So if I type in Goku GT here, because I believe does this LR activate that part of Pan's passive? I think so, because I think that part of Pan's passive includes when it doesn't include, not when it includes a GT Goku, it includes a unit whose name includes GT Goku, so that would of course include these guys. This is so underwhelming after Goku Black and Zamasu. Yes, the defense is not good enough. Yeah, especially on global, they're gonna take like 6 or 7 months to arrive. Yeah, because global is actually not even caught up, so it'll be more than 6 months for global. Because 6 months implies that they're only 1 unit away from where we are, which is not the case. The truth is, we won't really know how good it is to see in the game. Anytime we see a unit from paper, feel underwhelmed. I still think we can say that they are mid. I think they're definitely a lot better, right? But the bar is in hell, right? Because they were unusable before. Like, look at what they had before, right? So their super attack, they still had the defense raised by 33%, which was nice. But remember, they were only having 77% attack and defense, and that was only on super, right? Now, again, these units who get attack and defense based on super will definitely feel the effect of support much more. That's just simply how the way the game is calculated as opposed to start of turn. So that'll be good, right, if you're running a support unit. But let's take a look at their partners, right? Links are mostly Saiyan oriented. You have Saiyan Ori race, Saiyan lineage, prepared for battle. Solid support is their worst link. They have GT and Shattering the Limit, and of course Legendary Power. So their best partner, Fizz Bardock. Nice meme. Their next best partner, who I think is a shame that they are quite mid, but you know, for those wank showcases, maybe. The 7th anniversary free to play LR, right? I actually couldn't forget. I think these two are 7th anniversary free to play LRs. So 5 links with the both of them, by the way. These guys are on GT Heroes, so that's good. So they'll fit their part of the passive. These guys are not on Joint Force, not on GT Heroes, nor Dragon Ball Seekers. So even if you wanted to use them for Wank under a no lead, or just Pan lead them, I actually don't. Does she lead? No, she couldn't lead any of these categories. So you're not gonna use them. 4 links again. Pan GT unit shares a lot of teams, and remember, Pan with the heals, you know what I'm saying? Heals, but no, really, the active skill is what I'm concerned about. The active skill, good for wanking scenarios, especially because, again, these guys get their additional attack on super, right? So something like that is definitely going to be a huge buff for them, right? And then we start getting into slim pickings. Like, it's not too great for these units. Like, you know, I think this Goku post EZA is okay. He has an EZA, right? I believe he has an EZA. He's okay. This Goku's whatever, right? You're not running Bardock. These guys, again, Dragon Ball Seekers plus the 50% support and 4 links. Again, could be great for a wank setup along with Pan, right? So that's actually a good idea. These guys are probably the most notable ones. Because they stack infinitely, and they support. Actually, these guys only support. Yeah, they support Goku Fem and Vegeta Fem. So you're gonna want to run the. Here they are. You're gonna want to run the Gohan and Goten, who support GT Heroes instead, right? So they're on GT Heroes, obviously. So that is, again, link for them. So I was looking right now, if you want, again, to build a team focused around wanking this unit, and of course Pan, because remember Pan is there. You're going to want to run them. You're going to probably want to run them because they support Pan. You're going to want to run them. you're gonna probably want to, again, for the wank, this pan here. Pan is tech, so unfortunately he will only be supporting them. But you know, if you don't mind that, go for it. And then anyone else below this is kind of not the smartest idea. Like, you know, you're not gonna be running Pandel, right? You're not gonna be running LR Krillin or anything ridiculous like that. There's not too much in the way of GT units here. I see this pan is here, but she's kind of whatever. You know, GT Goku, the Super Saiyan 1, or the Dokkan Fest 1, right? It's kind of non-existent past up here, you know? So it's a few units that you can run here. It is a few units. Partners, again, remember you have to include Pan in that one, and it's not looking too great, right? I wouldn't say, like, you take a look at their kit, I wouldn't say that they are bad, and again, they are definitely way, way better than before. So it's sort of a Trunks in my situation, right? Where they are definitely massively, massively better than they were before, but I am not so blown away, and I'm actually somewhat disappointed after a unit like LR Goku Black. They seem okay. Playing slot 2 partner, exactly. I think they'll have okay defenses. You know, I think they'll have... well, defense will be good for everywhere except for probably the harder stages of Red Zone. They might be able to take normal attacks from type neutral Red Zone as well. But obviously type disadvantage not happening. Super attacks is probably not happening. This guy did a couple of calcs here. 345k defense here. Like, oh wow, that's a 350k defense. Unfortunately, I know Red Zone is not the only event that exists. But, like, you take a look at the categories they're on. Okay, sure, Super Battle Road stages, but has anyone not done these already? I mean, I guess it's another option. Join forces, maybe. Like, a Dragon Ball Seekers gets a new lead, so maybe if you haven't done these or you want to try no item runs, maybe. Like I said, I don't have time to go through every last unit on every last one of these categories to see, do they make the team, do they not, right? My point being is that when we say a unit's defense is bad or is not good enough, we are generally meaning the hardest content in the game, because that's, yes, you know, the new thing on the block that everyone's trying to do, right? Once you start lowering your standards to easier events, obviously they look better because, again, standards are lower. So when held to the highest standard, which at this point should really be the standard, 345k is not cutting it. 450k is quite nice, but again, that's post 18 key, that's on second appearance. You know, if that's on a 200%, not too hot. You know, especially after, again, Rose Masu, who is just God. You know what I'm saying? So if they started here, actually, if they started at 459k, that would be fire, right? Because even LR Frolicstar and Gallic Gun, well, they have guard, but they don't start at 400k. They started a little bit over, well, at flat dupe anyway. I don't know about Rainbow. At flat dupe, they start at like 200, I think, with guard, and then they get up to 400 with guard. But again, so which means they're a great defensive unit. So if they had guard with this, or damage reduction or dodge or something, godlike unit, they don't have any sort of additional defensive viability. It's just raw numbers, and unfortunately, again, in those harder events, raw numbers start meaning less and less, because the events themselves, the raw numbers on the attack stats, the raw numbers on the super attack stats, start getting more and more insane. So you'll be like, oh, okay, 459k, that's pretty good, and then they take 300k from Broly with an item or something, right? That's not too hot. So a little bit disappointing, especially considering the fact that they could have made it better, because there's not a ton of partners. Like, again, okay, he exists, Pan exists, these guys exist, but again, a lot of these are just for wanking. Like, this guy's for wank. This guy's for wank, right? These guys are for wank, right? These guys are only for the links, right? Because they don't support. They're not even a good unit by themselves. So that's gonna do it for us this time. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, learned something new. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video, didn't learn anything. My name is Luna, also known as Luna the Programmer, and I will catch you guys in that TN video, which I'm gonna record right after this. So, bye.